What's up, YouTube family, and welcome to Cooking with Calvin. If you're new to the channel, welcome. I know you've seen the thumbnail. I'm doing holiday candy yams, y'all, and these were absolutely delicious. We're gonna do these on top of the stove. I have 4 sweet potatoes that I'm gonna peel the skin off of, y'all. I'm using my potato peeler today. But you can use a paring knife, as you will see me use as well, to get in the crevices to get that skin off these potatoes as well. But wash them first, and then I wash them again, and make sure my vegetables were clean. Now, I want to cut the end off of each one of these, just to give it so I have an even cut when I start cutting. And you want to slice these about 1/4 of an inch, not too thick and not too thin. These are yams. These ain't sweet potatoes, y'all. They're yams. So go ahead and slice your potatoes up. I ain't gonna bore y'all with this. I'm just gonna do one, and then we'll move forward, y'all. And like I said, the correct ingredients and all that is in the description. So get your pan heated up. Go ahead and add 1 stick of butter. Now, I'm eyeballing mine, but the recipe do call for 1 stick of butter. And then, once we get that butter in, go ahead and let that heat reduce it down and melt that butter, because that's your base to your sauce. Then we're going to add 2 teaspoons of cinnamon, 1 teaspoon of nutmeg, 1/4 teaspoon of ginger, 1 teaspoon of salt, 2 tablespoons of vanilla extract, y'all. And then we're going to squeeze half of an orange. Get that citrus flavor in there too, because that citrus flavor was definitely a game changer. I didn't know that you can taste that citrus in those potatoes like that after it was done, but that was definitely a game changer, y'all. So I cut half of an orange and I put that in there. Then we're going to add 1 cup of brown sugar, y'all, and 1 cup of white sugar. Get all of that in, stir it up, and reduce that. Now I'm going to add 1 cup of brown sugar and 1 cup of white pure cane sugar. And just stir that, keep stirring that, and until it reduces and gets kind of thick. Then we're going to add the sweet potatoes and bring that to a boil. As you can see, it's not even boiling yet, and I'm still going to put them in. But go ahead and add 1/4 teaspoon of salt. Get that in last. Add your sweet potatoes. Then bring that to a boil. Make sure that all your sweet potatoes are submerged in the candied yam juice. Get them all. Make sure they're covered, so that all of them get that flavor in. And put your top on. You notice I have a top with a hole in the top of it, and that's so that steam can release. And as you see, I switched out my burner to my induction cooking plate and my cast iron Dutch pot, because I didn't like how it was cooking. So, but bring it to a boil for about 10 minutes, then check it. You can stick a fork through it or a toothpick or something like that to check the texture of it, because this entire recipe took about 25 minutes. So you just bring it to a boil until you get the texture of a candy yam. Not too soft, but definitely with some structure. So after about 25 minutes of boiling, I boiled it for 20 minutes, and then I turned it down and let it simmer. And then I took the sweet potatoes out. Now, this is the cornstarch slurry, which I used 2 teaspoons of cornstarch and water to bring this and make this sauce thicker. Anytime you use a slurry to a sauce, it's gonna make it thicker. So that's what I was trying to achieve, and I did that. And then pour the sauce over your sweet potatoes. Cover it with aluminum foil and let it sit for about 10 minutes. So this was delicious. This was good. I was proud of this recipe. It tastes like the holidays. You can taste that nutmeg and all the flavors that went into this particular recipe. And remember, the correct measurements to this recipe will be down in the description box. I hope y'all like this recipe. I hope your family like this recipe. Peace, love, and happy holidays. And until next time, Cooking with Calvin.